You guys, Michigan in the fall is so gorgeous, but it happens so fast that it's winter. I was just out with you guys in the garden and I told you guys I was bringing home a special surprise tonight and we had to make room. And it was like last minute decision. Unfortunately, we didn't get a cow. But what we did get was the very next best thing. I promise you that.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
We got the meats.
Yeah, this is the fancy one with the fancy meats.
Another one?
Yep.
You gotta breathe when you do it.
I do that. So that is what a
174 pounds.
quarter of a cow.
Yep.
That's how much a quarter of a cow is worth. We were trying to figure out, trying to visualize how much space in our freezer do we need, and I think we did a good job. I think we're going to have enough space.
Yeah, so that was the last minute arrangements that we had to do, was go down, shift things around all in our freezer to make sure that we had room to store this. And Todd said we could use him as a example. If I took an arm and put it in the freezer, if I took a butt cheek and put it in the freezer.
Yeah, if I can fit in the freezer, 175 pounds of meat should fit.
Yep.
And that was the answer to the question in the last video where we posed to you, we're going to go pick something up, but we're not sure if we have room for it.
Yeah.
This was the answer.
We made room. But this, we want to tell you guys where we got this and kind of why it was part of our decision making. So first, I just want to say that we didn't custom select this. It came as a standard pre-cut order for the quarter of a cow. I was fine with that.
Yeah, me too.
Yep.
I mean, it looks like there's a lot of
Steaks and roasts.
good variety.
Mm-hmm. But we got this from BP Farms in Dundee. So we will leave their information down below if you're local and you're interested in purchasing yourself some. It came from BP Farms. Super friendly gentleman, wonderful farm operation he's got going on. And he has a mechanism by which we can sign up to be repeat customers, which I was really interested in.
Yeah, he said he'll basically take reservations up to a year in advance. So if we know this much beef will last us 6 months, we can call him and say, hey, in 6 months we need another one, reserve it for us. And he'll lock us in. Right. Which was cool.
And I think we have done a quarter of a cow in about 6 months is how long this will last us if you're interested in that. And that's just Todd and I, and sometimes we have, kids over and stuff. But why did I tell you we needed to do this last night?
Yeah, did we just order this last night?
It was 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago?
Yeah.
I was sitting down watching a couple YouTube videos. Hey, you want to buy a quarter of a cow?
What?
Just out of the blue. And she could tell by the look on my face the answer was yes, and placed the order. Went and picked it up tonight. But the reason why, I think there's multiple reasons. There's
we don't have any. That's number one.
We don't have any.
Yeah.
That's number one. We don't have any beef. Anytime we want it, we need to buy it.
Yeah.
And the price, even at a place like Walmart that's traditionally known for relatively cheap prices on stuff, like a ribeye steak from Walmart right now is going for $17 a pound. New York strip steaks, $12 a pound. Ground beef, anywhere from $6 to $7 to $8, depending on if it's grass-fed and how much fat is in it. So the price just keeps going up and up and up.
Yep.
And by buying now, we kind of locked in with this, and it's also a good stopgap for any supply chain issues that might be coming down the road.
Yeah, we just don't know how that's going to affect it. And it's not like we couldn't survive without it. We have plenty of food downstairs. We have all of our pork and our chicken and our turkey. But we do like beef. And it would just not be as rewarding of a life, the way that we like to live without it. And that's okay if you're not somebody that would deem this a necessity. That's perfectly fine. But for us, we wanted to get in now before things got out of hand and crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The gentleman did say during COVID, when the stores were out, he couldn't service new customers because he was supplying the local stores with beef. So very thankful for it. This is grass-fed beef, if I didn't mention that. It's all 100% grass-fed. If they're not on grass during growing season, they're getting hay during the off season.
Yep, and his farm is just west, maybe 5 miles west of Dundee, Michigan. And then the processor that he used is located in Deerfield, Michigan. So everything, the hay that he buys to buy in the winter, everything is all locally sourced within
100 miles.
Yeah, within a very close range of
Yeah.
us. So,
But looks like we've got pre-made hamburger patties, a lot of ground beef. I'm not sure if there's anything else underneath that. Tons of steak, roast, all different cuts of steaks and roast. So we need to get this down in the freezer though, and probably set us something out for taking to the cabin, so we can take one to the cabin.
Yeah, we should. Did we talk price yet?
Well, you mentioned the price in the grocery store, but we didn't tell you guys what this cost. Now, if you have never bought quarter of a cow, half a cow, whole cow, it seems like on your pocketbook when you fork over that money because you're buying so much at once. But we really got a crazy good deal. So $6.45 a pound for grass-fed beef.
Very good deal.
So when he talks about the ribeyes being $17 a pound at the grocery store, I got these suckers for $6.45 a pound. Beef being up to $7-8 a pound on ground beef, and I got it for the $6.45 for quality grass-fed beef. So that makes me super happy.
So if you add it all up, weight, cost per pound, it was about $1,200 it cost us for all of this. Which, like you mentioned, is a sticker shock thing. It's like, even when you told me the other night, like, how much is it going to cost? And she told me, and I was like,
but
then it's like, okay.
It's just going to get worse from here, especially if you're not dependent on a local farmer. So my encouragement to you all is find your local sources, secure your meat source if you're not growing it on property, and get in while the getting's good.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go put all this away.
Here's fine. Got a big giant round steak.
There's 2 arms.
Arm roast.
Chucks.
So there's one thing that I don't know if I'm quite sure we told you guys about it and that it was coming, but I don't know if we ever closed the loop on it. In the spring, back in late March, early April, we placed an order for a whole house generator. And it finally, after 6 months of waiting,
Stew meat, maybe? Stew meat?
sirloin tip roast. After 6 months of waiting, our whole house generator is installed. So we have it takes a lot of the burden and stress off of us and our freezer situation. So it's another reason we did this. We feel a lot more comfortable in our power and our freezer situation now, that if we do lose power, it's a lot easier for things like freezers to, we're not running a little portable generator and filling it up with gas and all that kind of stuff. It just kicks on automatically and runs.
Rump roast.
Rump roast. Interesting. Can't say I ever cooked one of them before.
We got a whole bunch of soup bones. We can make our own bone broth.
Really?
Yeah. You want soup bones?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Beef broth it is.
Never had that before. Homemade beef broth.
And that T-bone
Look
steaks.
at that marbling in there.
Yeah, that's nice looking.
Filled back up.
Yeah.
The sirloin.
My gosh, it's freezing my hands.
Sirloin. Somewhere.
Just the bones left?
Yeah.
All right, we'll put them in that.
And this is our pork freezer. So we're getting pretty low. We're doing a good job on our pork. But these are all wonderful soup bones that he gave us. We bought them.
Yeah.
That's a pleasant surprise. So it's kind of fun when you get to look in your freezer. I'm like, what do we have store bought? We have 2 bags of shrimp, 3 bags of shrimp, and you bought your dad bread, but he didn't need it.
Yep.
So pretty cool. What did we have in the other one? Maybe a little ice cream.
Oh, and this one,
Yeah.
store bought?
Yeah, store bought. No ice cream? Oh yeah, there's a Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah.
One little ice cream.
Okay. Pineapple coconut ice cream. There was a couple other ones, but they were old, so I threw them out earlier today.
But that's kind of fun and rewarding when you know you're doing a good job. Oh, cream cheese.
Yeast. And then that's about, yeah, one more thing.
Oh, our
Sizzle
guilty,
steaks.
guilty pleasure.
This is what we use to make those
Philly cheese.
Philly cheesesteaks on the Blackstone griddle.
All right, well, what do you guys think? That's filled us up, stocked us back up. If you're interested in a deeper dive into our freezer tour or something, we haven't done a freezer tour in a long time, let us know. We definitely did full inventory while we were in the chest freezer today. We know what we have. It's organized for consumption or winter canning projects. I found a whole bunch of winter canning projects to do in there.
We both made a nice long list of,
Yeah,
oh yeah, let's do this,
Yeah.
let's do that. And
yeah. But behind you is the pantry. Tomorrow I hope to get down here and film that pantry update video for you guys. And see you soon.